In the barren lands where shadows stretch, a hunter roams alone, known only as the Bloodhound, where no mercy's ever shown. From dead crow to red vultures to the snakebite savage clan, he brought them to their bloody end, a pistol in his hand. For gold he fights the devil's kin, for whiskey drowns his mind. Yet the ghost of fire and sin forever stay behind. This man of scars and silence rides, his purpose cold as stone, a killer forged by tragedy, a soul forever gone. Then came a call from Sheriff Lucas Calder, his letters soaked in dread. Gustavon's fallen to Iron Fang, a town now full of dead. Eleanor, the widow Blackridge, the shadow of the flame, burned Sheriff Smith and the mayor alive, her vengeance none can tame. With ropes around their broken necks, she hung them high for all to see. The churchyard now her kingdom, where her shadows roam wild and free. Many came to take her head, but none returned, not one survived. Bloodhound, if you seek her out, be ready to never leave alive. The hunter rode to Dusthaven as the sun began to set, a town of locked and bolted doors, of silence steeped in threat. The saloon spilled drunken laughter, the sound of chaos and vice. Behind its doors lay iron men, each colder than the ice. The Bloodhound stepped into a room, his pistols at his side. A scar burned deep across his face, a wound he couldn't hide. "What's your name, stranger?" a voice called out, eyes sharp as steel. He answered low and calm, "Jack Hollis, just passing through the field. I head to Silver Pass, come morn to meet with old allies. No trouble here, I only rest beneath these quiet skies." The crowd exchanged suspicious looks, then silence claimed the room, until a voice rang out, "You fools, don't you see who shares your gloom? This man's no drifter, simple folk, this name is just a mask. Bloodhound's here, and where he treads, there's blood in every task." A pistol drew, a chair was kicked, a thug named Garrett Slade laughed. "You're nothing but a scarred old dog, your time is in the past." But Bloodhound moved as lightning strikes, a single shot rang aloud, and Garrett fell, his whiskey spilled, his corpse among the crowd. "Enough," a woman's voice rang out, commanding every ear. Eleanor, the widow Blackridge, stepped forth without a fear. "Lay down your arms, O mighty hound, and crawl back to the dust. Your legend ends in this small town, your cause is naught but lust." The Bloodhound met her serpent gaze, his voice as cold as stone. "You talk too much, widow Blackridge, you'll die here all alone." Her men drew iron, her men took aim, but none could match his skill. The Bloodhound danced in death's embrace, and every shot could kill. One by one the bodies fell, till none were left to stand, save Eleanor behind the bar, a pistol in her hand. You've earned your name, you've earned your scars, your legend etched in stone. But now, dear hunter, it's your end, your death will be my throne. Then try, he said, his voice like steel, his pistol steady true. Her shot flew wide, it struck her leg, her strength away it drew. She crumpled down behind the bar, her blood a crimson stream. The hunter loomed above her now, his face a shadowed dream. He holstered iron, bound her wounds, his work cold and complete. But spared her life, she stared at him, defiance in defeat. The night grew still, the hunter left, her breath came shallow, slow. Her pain a bitter, burning thing, as shadows let her go. When morning broke, her eyes awoke, the air was thick and dim. She found herself in bindings tight, her future looking grim. The hunter sat before her there, his face cloaked in the dark. The scar upon his shadowed cheek, a grim and hollow mark. She spat and cursed, her venom spent, but he did not reply. His silence carved into her mind like vultures in the sky. At last she broke the quiet tomb, her voice a quiet flame. Hunter, I've a scar myself, a gift from fire's name. It burns upon my ribs, you see, a brand of ash and pain. From when my town was set alight, its name was Ember Lane. The Black Vulture gang torched it down, their leader laughed and fled. But I found them and burned them all, till every man was dead. Since then I've been the fire itself, consuming all I see. The world deserves the wrath I bring, the pain that made me free. Now tell me, hunter, tell me true, what's your story then? That ghastly scar upon your face, what made you more than men? Stood in silence, slow and cold, his hands removed the veil. The light revealed his shattered face, the ghost within the pale. He stepped into the narrow beam, his eyes burned through her soul. Then spoke, you'll tell me, Eleanor, what fire took its toll. Look closer now, my face will show the truth you've yet to see. What flame has burned and scarred me so, who made me cease to be? Her breath grew thin, her face went pale, her mind reeled back in pain. Her lips then trembled as she spoke, Cain, is it you, Cain?